Good morning. Good to see you. I like the new look.
Thank you for making time for meeting with me.
Well, I guess it's a big change. Was it a conscious decision or...
Actually relates to what I wanted to discuss with you and the tome.
Okay. Well, I like it. Makes sense, after all. I think I think contact with the tome makes us more of what we are. I wish I'd realized that before all this. I could have warned everyone then, but without the broad sample, so to speak, I couldn't know. You want some tea or coffee or something?
Certainly. I, I doubt everyone will have as drastic a change as I experienced, because I hope I didn't overstep. The literomancy I mentioned that triggered this was an attempt to mediate with the tome.
I don't see that as overstepping. The tome concerns the whole realm, and the Tome Knights take on the duty of guardianship and defense, so I think any Tome Knight is well within their rights to do that. Did you have any success?
I felt prompted to attempt the mediation by the resentment I felt building up as the tome made rounds of security. Tome here is a repository of stories and the focus of many of which are framed with the implied assumption that Tome is sentient. So I gave the benefit of the doubt and treated Tome as I would a friend in distress.
It never even occurred to me until I heard. I don't know, you mentioned something. I don't even remember what it was now, but it was something about how the tome might feel. Honestly, I've been so afraid of it, I never even wondered about that. But for the connection ritual, in order to get the tome to acknowledge it, I had to reach out to it as well. I never would have thought of that without you. Is it sentient then? Is it in distress?
Sentience, I can't confirm.
Okay.
Tome is an ancient literomantic artifact and has witnessed many literomantic eras rise and fall. It was not addressed directly, but I interpreted what I could. The reason I wanted to bring this to your attention was after some superficial layers which seem to relate to Tome's current security structure of betrayal of trust, resulting in a lack of grounding and resentment about being considered a burden. I read something else.
It seems strange to me that it feels betrayed by being passed around. I didn't think it liked me much. Okay, but that's good to know. What else was it that you read?
Well, uh, as far as I could tell, the Iron Tome would like to rid the world of petty and disrespectful literomancers. Turn over a new leaf?
What does it mean by petty and disrespectful literomancers, though? And, well, I guess since its pages are said to be made of the leaves of the tree.
Uh, well, I would advise against over analysis. My words. I am confident in these impressions I recognized. However, I feel we modern literomancers are all as ephemeral as buzzing insects to Tome's enduring perspective.
I'm sure you're right. There have no doubt been far greater literomancers than any of us in ages past. We're all rank beginners, just relearning a lost art. In many ways, we're having to reinvent the wheel. That takes time, and we're going to have to build the foundation again before we can do anything I'm sure the tome would consider worthy of its attention. Which frightens me when I think about what we can do now. So it's trying to destroy us because it considers us what? Literomantic vermin, then? Is that what you're saying? And should I be using it or they? I suppose if it's sentient, they is the proper pronoun.
Indeed, I also have no inkling what the appropriate pronoun for a book's self-identified gender would be. However, Tome's emotions I have conveyed seem to be fueled by isolation and grief, implying, as you mentioned, powerful literomancers of history Tome found worthy and respected. Did not conclude with the annihilation sentiment.
Tome. Yeah, I suppose a sentient being deserves a name, and we have no better one, do we? Okay, I understand that you're only guessing here, and I promise not to consider it definitive, but we have so little actual knowledge that even a guess would be an improvement. Isolation and grief come from suffering and loss. Has the has Tome known such suffering and loss, do you think? Is there someone they miss? Are they looking for a friend, maybe?
I can't say for sure. However, during my time as cooperative guardian, I've endeavored to respect and consider Tome as present, and haven't suffered the same side effects that many other guardians have complained of, such as headaches.
It's interesting. Really interesting. Maybe I've been going about this all wrong. I viewed Tome as a threat and a danger to be kept away from people who would use them to do harm. But it didn't occur to me that Tome might have their own free will. In which case, I've treated them like a hostage. No wonder they hate me. Thank you for telling me this. I'll take this into consideration. Maybe I'll try a new approach.
And I felt it was important and not a breach of confidence to convey what I could of what Tome shared with me with you. The serene note our reading ended on was rather pink and twinkly, like a new dawn with the constellations still evident. It reminded me of you, actually.
I think I know what that might be about. Do you think Tome was happy about it? Without breaching that confidence, of course, if the question is too prying.
Hmm. What does happiness mean to a book? I'm not sure.
I'd agree that's definitely indicative of sentience. Exercising free will is sort of the definition, I think. Thank you for this. Thank you for taking the time to share this with me. I think I know how I can work with this to help everyone, maybe. And thanks for taking this on and daring to reach out to me and to Tome.
Thank you. for listening and considering. Tome seems to appreciate it too.
No need to worry. And I'm glad to hear it.
Well, then I ought not occupy any more of your time. Thank you.
I appreciate your occupation of my time. I appreciate talking with friends. Take care. See you again soon.
I'm glad to be your friend, Sable. And to you too, Tome. Best wishes. See you both later.
Well, we definitely got off on the wrong foot, didn't we? I guess it just never occurred to me that a book might be sentient. Not like that. We've had an abusive relationship, you and I. I've treated you like a captive, a hostage. I've tried to shut you out. And you've literally tortured me. But you know, I do want to believe that love can conquer all. Not always, but often. So maybe let's start over. I'm Sable Aradia. Sable Aradia of House Lappin. I'm a Tome Knight. And my job is to protect you from those who would use you to do harm. And you know, whatever else you might have done, you've given me literomancy. And for that, I love you.